Good morning, good evening, world. Tuning in from our beautiful garden here. Um, so, as today's headline just suggested, we're going to talk about red flags in sales calls, and there are many, many, many. But I will just give you an idea of what I look for, and when I get a feeling of I don't want to work with that person. Okay. So each niche is obviously different, right? But in general, so when you do your sales calls, I would encourage you to make a list of things which you tolerate and kind of the things which you don't tolerate. Okay. So here we go. So let's talk about ego first. All right. So you will be dealing with so many different egos. Like, it's insane. It's interesting, and it's a very interesting experience to have different sales calls with different ego types of ego, right? And it's sometimes it's just funny as well. So there's like one point number one. What I want to talk about today is red flag. Red flag number one is when people just lie. Okay. You ask them a bunch of questions, obviously, to figure out if or how you can help them, right? As I said in one of my previous videos, there's no point in taking on someone just for the sake of taking on someone if you already can figure, oh, I can't help you, or he or she has unrealistic ideas, or in the position he or she is in right now, I won't be able to help her, him, and things like that, right? So I always ask questions about the skill level to figure out where people are and where they want to go. I ask about the current income, where they're at right now, where they want to go, identifying the gap, so to understand if I'm able to help them to get there in a specific time frame, right? So, and it depends on your skill level as well, right? If you don't have the skills of leads and marketing, if you don't have the sales skills, if you don't know how to research, if you don't know how to set up tech and all of these things, I ask these things always, right? And yesterday I had someone on, she's like, yeah, I'm good at sales, and I did sales calls and things like that. So, oh, really? What did you sell then? Oh, actually, at the end we figured out she's never done a sale call. It's like, dude, like, this is not, you don't need to, like, it's not to impress me here. Like, I'm trying to help you. First of all, I'm trying to figure out if I can help you in the first place, right? But there's no point. Like, her ego was really, really big. Like, the first few sentences she said also, like, I'm she wasn't happy in her position right now. So what you can ask is always, like, what are you doing right now? Where are you trying to get? I'm just in this kind of position, but I know I can do so much better, which is a good thing. Like, if people realize, it's a good thing if they're not happy in their current position. That's why they're looking for a solution. But that was like the first kind of thing. It's like, okay, a bit of an ego here, but which is good. Like, there's healthy and there's unhealthy ego, right? So there's that. Look for red flags when it comes to that, when people lie. It doesn't help to lie to me and tell me, hey, I'm really good at sales and marketing, if you're not, because that's the point. That's why we're here. That's why we're trying to figure it out, right? So lying. People lie all the time, right? Don't know why. Point number two, when people bitch about previous coaches, is like, yeah, we've all been burned and we can mention that, but then it's fine, right? But then if people go on and on and on, and this person did that, and this person did that, it's like, do I really want to bring that energy into my circles? Like, do I want to deal with a kind of energy like that? A person who's really focusing on shit, what happened in the past, what didn't work out, and that is only one side, right? We are not here to talk about shit, what didn't work out. Hi, Susie, how is it going? So, yeah, that's red flag number two. Bitching about other coaches. I had one sales call, and this person I was coach number 5. It's like, okay, if there's 5 other people before me who could have managed to help you, it's very likely that you are here the problem, so then just politely break it off and say, I don't think I'm the right person to help you, but maybe try this direction or try that direction, okay? So what else did I want to say? So that was lying, that was the ego, and then that was unrealistic ideas, right? If someone comes on and has a really unrealistic idea about where they want to get with their income, depending on their skills level and depending on what they want to do, it's kind of like, do I want to explain this? Yes, I do. I always explain to people like, hey, you know, you don't have any idea, you don't have any skills. We are starting completely from scratch. You won't be making 7 figures in 2 months. It's just not possible. People always try to look for the shortcut. Obviously, everyone wants the biggest results in a small amount of time, right? But sometimes you just gotta tell people, hey, dude, that's a little bit unrealistic, but what I can do for you is, if we do this, and that, we could potentially end up with this kind of result in this amount of time frame. Because, why is it important? Because if you don't do that and you just say like, yeah, we can do that, and then 2 months down the road in your coaching program, this person is going to come and say, hey, but we discussed on the sales call that you can help me to get to 7 figures in 2 months, right? Then there's like expectation. This person comes into your call, into your coaching program with an expectation which you can't fulfill if you don't clarify that right there and then. So I think it's very, very important to set boundaries and to set really clear expectations on what it is, what you can do. Okay, so that's it. To wrap this up, we always deal with all sorts of different egos. Some people feel offended. You know, that you ask some of these questions, and that's okay. These people are not your people. But because you need to ask these questions in order to avoid so much trouble and in order to figure out if you can help them in the first place. If you don't ask these questions, then, you know, I don't know how else you got to figure out things, right? Hi, Leah. Hi, Christy. Nice to have you guys here. So, yeah, that's it. Keep in mind, sales is a game of rejection, which is fine. You need to be fine with that. Keep in mind, you're dealing with all sorts of egos, which is not your problem. Yeah, if they have a problem with their ego and if they can't get over the fact that they fucked things up in the past, it's fine. It's not your problem. You're here to solve problems. You're not here to take on other people's shit. So red flags to look out for is having unrealistic expectations according to skill level, bitching about past coaches, and what else did I say? What was the first one? Or lying. If you figure, you know it fast, right? You will figure this out very fast if people are lying or not. So that's it from me for today. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.